Welcome to Church Life, where faith meets everyday life. I'm John.
I'm Ed.
And each week we're diving into real conversations, biblical truths, and stories of how God is moving in our world today. Whether you're walking in strong in your faith or just exploring, this is a space for you. So grab some coffee, open your heart, and let's grow together. All right, welcome back to Church Life Podcast. Today we've got another episode, and you've got myself, Mr.
Ed.
Not to be mistaken by the horse, but we've also got a special guest. Jordan Douglas is joining us today.
Hello.
Oh, hello. That's a very sophisticated hello.
Wow.
Everybody gets one.
Well, we voted today, 3 against none, and I think we're going to kind of discuss over faith over fear, or faith versus fear, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Everybody in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, great. My thing is, like, I was talking to Jordan before we started and stuff, when we was kind of, I guess, giving a rundown on it all, is what all is like faith, faith has brought you to, but then fears kind of shut you back, because there's a lot of times in our walk or just in our day, basically, that we want to step out in faith, and then something spooks us, I guess you'd say, like a galloping horse gets spooked by a snake, kind of puts us back in our place, and then we're scared to actually move on that idea.
Oh, man. I love that. Put you back in your place. Yeah, because sometimes fear makes us feel like we're inadequate or we're not worthy. We don't deserve it. So the best thing for us to do is just to stay in our place and not cause any riff anywhere. And that's sad, because Jesus called us to be a light in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of times that, a lot of people set back. I've sat back in a pew and sat still because I was scared to step out, and I mean, even if it was like, step out, like we always talk about men's ministry, and I get, maybe it's because we're men, but step out and join a men's group, or even lead a men's group, or even lead a prayer, or even join a church function or anything like that. Like I was telling Jordan, I said a good story is, and we've talked about this story many times in many of our podcasts, but Jesus, whenever he approached the boat with Peter, it took faith for Peter to step out of the boat, but it was fear that started the sinking.
Yep.
How many times have we stepped out of the pew to go up front, but turned around, sat right back down because fear got in our way, that we were scared that we'd be judged, ridiculed, or just don't know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
Jordan, I mean, you're part of, at your church, you're part of your praise band.
Yes.
And to me, I don't know about Ed, but to me, that's a big step, because let me tell you, it takes some to get up and perform, in front of a congregation.
Faith.
Yeah, faith. It takes some faith. It takes some faith to get up and perform in front of a lot of people. I mean, regardless, you sit and you practice and you practice, and you always practice. Everybody practice, but then when it's time for crunch time and you're in front of people, a lot of times people you don't even know.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time that you said, "Hey, I think I want to set this one out"?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. So every Sunday, fear's got you.
Oh, yeah.
But faith is what gets you to get up there and go.
Definitely. And the people I'm with too is what helps a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to surround yourself with those people.
Kind of like the encouragement, and then the stand behind you, like, hey, we've got you.
Yeah.
Don't go sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't fall.
We're in this together.
Yeah, we got this. We got
You
this.
play the wrong note, just keep going.
That's how Ed looks at me every Sunday.
I believe it.
Hey, you're doing good. I know you're not listening to me, but I know you're here.
I think love is a big part of it. Okay, and a small analogy just came to my mind. Let's say there was a small bear, I'm not talking about a Kodiak bear, but say a small bear came and was trying to kill your dog or hurt your kid or something. What would you do? We wouldn't be motivated to do.
I like that.
So, yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So I mean, like when we talk about fear is a reaction.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, fear is a calculation. You're calculating your risk. You're calculating, how you're going to fail, how you're going to look, and it's an emotion. And
it's like evil, I guess you'd say. Like the enemy, he loves fear because he can freeze you right before you get ready to start. Like we talked about, like stepping out of the pew, or stepping in front of the crowd. Like you have a friend or like one of your bandmates or anybody like that, goes into a prayer circle or, goes to get prayed for and stuff, and you really want to go up there and pray with them, but yet the fear keeps you back and thinking because you don't want anybody to think nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's always, and you know what? If you think about it, it's always everybody's scared of being judged.
Oh, definitely.
And it's always the negativity of it.
Yeah, I like what Jordan said too, though, because a lot of times we have to stand on our own, but being around people that will bring out the giftings in you, the emboldening, make you bold and give you that confidence. I think that's pretty amazing if you have friends like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like whenever, you're praying, and let me tell you, if you go back and look on our church's Facebook, they actually done a women's ministry or a women's conference what we had here, and they actually was our guest players here. Players, that didn't sound right. Our guest musicians.
The women think they did an amazing job.
Yes. I mean, like really good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
Thank you.
And that's for the rest of you too, not just you, Jordan. No.
Did you see his solo?
Huh, I did.
You did? Yeah.
I did. I was back there trying to play, harmony with air guitar.
You're trying to turn off the singers.
I did on accident.
This is what you were doing.
I did. Oh, I'm glad let me tell you, he's a professional.
Yeah, he got his hands smacked.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, did. Nick told me, he said, "Get over here." but what caused you to go up? I mean, of course you've probably was a musician in any way, but what called you to be part of the praise band?
Well, originally I was doing it just to play music, just to be up there, and as I kept going, Noel Floyd, it was our leader, and he just kept, we would have lessons, little 10-15 minute lessons before practice, and the more I was just involved in that, it kind of convicted me that I'm not just up there for myself and to play music, that I'm up there leading people to Christ.
Oh, so wow. It's perfect. Yeah. I mean, it's that right there tells you in faith, what had you step out actually moved you closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Some people never get there. They make it about themselves or about the talent they have.
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
I can't see too good. Don't worry. I'm not judging you.
No, you're right. You're actually right. And a lot of times if you have a talent or anything and you can, and if you have, like you said, have that person that can push you to use that talent, and then all of a sudden you see how much good that talent does for everybody else, then it actually, I guess, convicts you.
Yeah.
And it makes you, want to follow, Jesus closer and actually, in your walk, bring other people, the same way. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And we all have our own different talents and stuff like that. I mean, mine might be crocheting and Ed's might be yodeling, but there's those special people that we can connect with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And those that don't have a lot of talent, we've been known to kind of flock together. Does that make you, who do you think feels the most encouraged out of Sunday morning? The people you are playing to or yourself? Because you have to walk away with a high knowing that you did what God wanted you to do.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'd say probably, I'd like to say the people, because, when we get up there, we try to just step to the side and just let the Lord do what he's going to do. We'll get up there and we'll have a full set list, and we know the 4 songs that we're going to do, and they'll be completely different by the time we get off the stage.
That's
and we
awesome.
didn't even do it.
And it's like I was telling you on this podcast, I was like, this is kind of like what we're going to lean to, but we'll go where it takes us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no telling where the conversation leads us, spiritually.
So how do y'all find time to practice? I mean, I know you're playing at church all the time.
Mm-hmm. We normally get there on Thursdays. We do about a 2-hour practice.
Wow.
But, it can be rough during sports season, especially with the
Summer.
parents
Yeah.
that have the kids and basketball and all the sports.
Yeah.
But we try our best we can on Thursdays, and if not, we get there early on Sundays.
On the job.
Yeah.
Practice too.
Yeah.
Because I remember years ago, our old church, when I got saved, I don't know if they ever practiced, but they were amazing. And I think it was just our services went so long. They had plenty of training right on the job practice.
They were just gifted, Ed. They were gifted.
They were gifted, and I just don't understand that. But it's awesome. That's awesome.
It is. I mean, like I said, all due respect to you for stepping up on stage like that. I would choke. I mean, I'm serious. I just, that's just something I wish I could do. I wish I knew how to play something or even sing.
Oh, we're working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're working.
You see, we're still in the trial ages. I mean,
We are. We need a release date.
If we could get out of the broom closet and let other people hear us, you know.
Yeah. So when you think about fear, what's one of the big fears that you face, that you deal with?
So one of my big ones now, we actually, this past year has been one of the worst. This past February, my cousin passed.
Oh.
She was 26. So that really kind of took a really big toll on me spiritually and, mentally. Dealing with that, I was angry. I was upset. And, I couldn't be mad at God about this because I really don't believe that was his doing. But I'm thinking, what's the future going to look like now? Mm-hmm. She left behind 2 kids. Christmas is going to be different. Thanksgiving's going to be different. Just the whole life is just going to be different now.
Yeah.
And just the fear of that and moving forward without her was a big thing this past year. And I took a lot of time and, dove deeper into the Bible.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I love it.
And I'm at the point now where I'm kind of jealous because she got to see our grandparents first. That's supposed to be me, not her. But but she is doing a lot better than all of us.
Yes.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah. A lot of people, they want to say God did it and there's a reason behind it. Sometimes I don't think that's always the case.
Right.
Life just happens. Accidents happen. And for people that say, well, there's some reason it happened, I don't agree with that all the time. But for some reason, I'm going to trust the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's my walk away. For some reason, despite what caused it, you've decided that you're going to trust the Lord. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Well, natural flesh, we're always looking for somebody to blame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even when there's nobody, we're always looking for somebody to blame. It's not our fault.
Right.
Regardless. It's not their fault, regardless. So it is tough, and that's what makes it tough. And that honestly, goes back into your faith, how strong your faith is. Do you feel that if earlier Jordan, prior to being on stage, being part of a praise band, being part of church, do you think you would still feel the same way? Would you, or do you feel that you would hold blame for other stuff?
I feel like I would probably hold blame. And I'll regret, a lot of regret, and I probably wouldn't have handled it in the best way.
That's awesome, man. Not that you're not, I'm talking about where you're at.
Right.
I'm saying
right.
Where you're at. And it just shows spiritual growth,
mm-hmm.
And that's amazing.
I think there's a special grace in those times too. I don't think we are, a lot of people, they say, well, I'm prepared for anything. I'm not prepared for anything. But God is, and I pray that in those moments, that special grace to deal with it, I know that He'll be present.
Mm-hmm.
And but growing does help you. 2 things occur in hardships. You either turn away from God or you turn closer to Him. Yeah. And that's good.
And it goes back to, none of us, as much as, like he said, none of us can prepare for anything. I mean, even if you say you're prepared, it's not a matter on how prepared are you. It's the question is, how are you going to handle it?
Right.
How can we handle it? Not how are we prepared to handle it, but how can we handle it?
Right.
Because when it happens, it happens. It's kind of like stepping on a nail. You don't expect it. But it's okay, it's done. Now what do we do? What? You don't like my analogy? I mean, think about it. You're not planning on it.
Well, it's kind of like the question I've had people have asked me over the years, and they're like, if it came down to it, would you die for Jesus? Religiously, you want to say, well, of course I would.
Mm-hmm.
But when it happens,
when it comes down to it,
yeah, are you? I mean, there's context too.
Yeah,
yeah. So we might be scared. I think we would be scared.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe God gives, for the martyrs in the Bible, I think he gave them a dying grace for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, they didn't have any choice either there.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, okay, here's something that we've talked about before. Also, I don't know if it really has anything to do with what we've been, but I know, like myself, I grew up in and out of church, as a kid and stuff. Ed, he could tell you his origin story if he wanted to. He used to live on the streets of New York and had to fight for food.
It was more of an Appalachian experience.
Yes. For you listeners, he did not live on the streets of New York. Merely if he's been in New York, it was for vacation.
Yeah, witness protection. Yeah.
But have you always had, some kind of, I don't want to say dealings with, but,
church background?
I guess you'd say, or like, have you always been interactive with, oh, no, that's not even good. What, have you always been in church, like, kind of?
Pretty much, yeah.
I didn't know if your mom or dad or aunt, uncle.
Oh, he's got a neat story. His mom had a neat story about him.
Oh, do you know it?
I got saved in this church.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Here in Heaven's Gates.
Oh, that's awesome.
Devil scared the crap out of me.
Apparently, yeah. You just picked this one. You just went to the first offer you could get.
Exactly.
Pour some water in it. I'm coming through.
I tried to climb over the pews.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How
That's the story. That's what I've been told.
Away from the death angels?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
They're brutal.
Your mom, she's terrible.
The pastor said, let that boy go. Let him live.
Listen, I know his mom. You're talking about a kind, so. How old was you?
5 or 6, I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
30 years ago.
We didn't have to tell your age, okay?
That's my bad.
No.
Sorry.
But, wow, okay. Yeah, I've joked and stuff about playing trucks and stuff under pews. Because, I mean, and to be honest, I really used to with a lot of the kids at church and stuff. We used to go to Cedar Grove, and I'd play with other kids underneath the pews and stuff. Because I didn't really know much about it. I just know I had to go. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to the boring.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, is it over yet? I'm hungry, And then as I got older and stuff, and then I went from Baptist and then Methodist, and I went there because I felt like I was supposed to. Went with my aunt and uncle. And then as we got older and had kids and stuff like that, that's when we started to come back to church. And we found here. And it's a lot different when you're older.
Right, yeah.
You kind of know the abouts.
Yeah.
And then,
It is, but those seeds that were planted early, I think, 6, 7 years old, whatever it is, those seeds were planted. That moment of faith or seed of faith, and so even in Sunday school, when you didn't or playing trucks, you probably didn't realize you were listening to the songs or whatever.
Yeah. No, and what makes me think about it is also when we talk about fear and all that stuff is like when I was younger and. You have people, but like, are you a Christian or anything? And you were scared to answer because you were scared to get judged. Like, oh man, I don't want to. So you was like, I go to church.
Right. Yeah.
But,
every other Sunday or whatever.
Yeah. And you felt victimized, I guess you'd say, or I don't know if that would really victimize me. You got to watch me on some words, I'm telling you, because I'll say a word and then I even mean nothing about it. I was calling somebody my foe the other day, and that been enemy. Yeah, I thought it was a friend. We're not going to go down that road, I promise you. But
no more.
But
no more.
Seriously, I said we wasn't going to go down it. No, but that I remember that, and I don't know if it was just something that kind of not really scarred me, but made a sharp. I feel like God put it in my head, like, hey, listen, this is not where I want you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to, and I'll tell you now, hey, yeah, I'm a Christian. I don't care. I go to school. I go to church. I go to school. I go to church.
Go to Sunday school.
I faithfully go to church. I try to be part of the men's ministry. Try to be part of the choir. Anything I can do, I want to be involved as much as I can.
I think that's important.
It is always very
being
important.
Involved,
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
Used to, you go to church, hour over with, go find something to eat, go on about your day.
Yeah.
Don't think nothing about it. You have that, like, it's kind of like brushing your teeth one time a day. Like, hey, I did it.
Yeah.
It's not the importance of it.
Yeah.
But you just did it.
Right.
And now it's different than that because I don't look at it like I did it. I look at it like my kids are watching me, and I'm setting a good example. saying, hey, look, Dad, when they're going to tell her, oh, we're always at church, he's
Right.
always doing something. But when they get older, they'll look back,
Yeah.
and say, hey, listen, we was always in church, we was doing stuff. I was going to church camp, and they always make fun of me because when I've been to church camp, not the one that we actually do here, but Camp Lucon of Methodists and stuff like that. And I remember stuff like that. And any other family, I don't think I probably would. I just don't make no sense, I know. But you look at some of your friends that you've grown up with and stuff, and then the household that and I don't mean like physically household, but I mean structurally household that they come from. A lot of them broken homes, or they didn't go to church. They didn't have the chance to be able to go to a church camp and be involved with other, Christians, like-minded people, and then you think about how fortunate you was to be able to, like I said, put that seed in, and then over the years grow it. And then when you get older, you realize, hey, all I need to do is just add some water to it.
Yeah.
It's there. Now I know what to do with it. Now I know how to take care of it.
Because, back when I was younger, it was something that we had to do.
Yes.
That's what I perceived it as. We have to go to church on Sunday. We have to go to church on Wednesday. And now we get to. That's the way I see it now. We because the way the world is, we are very blessed to be able to go into a building and worship.
Yes. Yes. And like you said, when we was young, we had to.
Yep.
We don't know why we had to, but we had to.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know there's not so much we have to, but we, like you said, we get to.
Yep.
Sure. You get to have that. You get to surround yourself with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a blessing.
It is. It is. It very is. It very is. It very is. You got to watch my words. In my mind, I'm talking really smart. That's why we need wine.
Yes.
Oh my!
Jordan, do you have 2 Timothy 1-7 or 1-7? Not 1 through 7.
1 through 7. That's a lot.
Yeah.
For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind.
Crickets.
Where do we go from here?
I had something on that, but I forgot it.
For God has not given us a spirit of fear,
So if we have fear,
power, love, and sound mind.
fear, God don't give it to us. The fear. So if we're fearing, worrying, that's not God.
That's the
The
enemy.
enemy, yeah.
Yeah.
But God lets us know that we're not alone.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So fear wants to tell us that we're alone.
Mm-hmm.
We're being judged.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. God's telling us, hey, you're not alone.
Absolutely.
And you are loved.
You are loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody. There's somebody out there loved. There's somebody for everybody.
Oh yeah. Mamas are pretty awesome.
They are.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. There's a scripture in Isaiah. He said, "Fear not, I'm with you. I'll go with you through all these things." And yeah, fear, we paint pictures that are not true. We're like, I can't do it. I'm all alone. We get woe is me, and we kind of excuse ourselves from it.
Mm-hmm.
But faith is totally opposite. It's like, we're going to do this.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll tell you, this is totally off it, but a verse come to me earlier, and I actually I looked it up, highlighted it. Let me go into my app here. Oh, look at theirs. It is John 7:24. It says, look beneath the surface, and you can judge correctly. So you can judge correctly.
I can't remember ever seeing that verse.
I just made it up. Hold on, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, I like to look at the context of that. That's
Well, I'll tell you what brought. It's something about tattoos.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because now this day and time, it's not so much. It's more of a common thing. It's as common as women wearing pants now.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, used to, women didn't wear, men's pants. So it was kind of, blasphemy, I guess you'd say. But now, as far as tattoos, if you had a tattoo, you was deemed evil and bad, what was that? I had a guy tell me one time, he said, what does God say about tattoos and stuff? Your body's your temple.
Yeah.
And should treat your temple great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put anything bad in your temple and blah blah blah. And then so, but now you look back and people are finding scriptures to kind of relate or I guess interpret, maneuver, torque, whatever you want to say, where it says, look beneath the surface so you can judge correctly. Meaning don't look at what you see.
Yeah, there's more to people.
Yes,
yeah.
there's more to me than just what you see on my skin or on my face.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay.
Okay.
Now, since we've got that horse off the track and back on the buggy, that made no sense.
Okay. So, are you facing any fear right now? Is there anything in your life that is just holding you back from?
Hey, okay, fear? Yes. I'll tell you. Well, what do I always say is one of my fears, one of my struggles, one of my fears.
Praying.
Yes. And it's not
public praying.
Exactly. Yep. That's my thing. And let me tell you, everybody knows that's my thing. And it's not that I'm not trying to work on it, but I'm trying to, I guess you say, step out, step out of the pew to be able to do it. But I can't. I keep putting myself back in it because I'm scared of embarrassment. Like I'm going to say something bad, because then you get people like Ed. And some of our other
that know how to pray.
Oh, no. I mean, it sounds like it's something straight out of a book. I mean, it's magical. I'm just saying, it's very well put together.
Right.
I mean, it really is. It's everything you want to say. He said it, and you're like, wow, why didn't I think of that? I feel like I wouldn't be able to, and I'm going to be, praying over donuts when they're praying over everything else.
Right.
That didn't make sense, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be. I'll say something that doesn't even have anything to do with what it is, and I'm going to make myself feel stupid. That's what I'm saying. I'm scared to step out, so I keep putting myself back in. But I'm actually trying to. I actually have done devotionals, on praying over stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to put you on Front Street right now, but how are you? Is this something that comes easy to you?
No, or prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way as you. You put me up in front of people with an instrument, I'm completely fine. I start speaking, it's a different story.
It's like whenever it comes to like, okay, we're going to bless, and I'm like slooping down in my chair, trying to be not.
Don't notice me.
Yes. Yeah. Don't look at me. And I hate to be like that because I would love to be the one to be like, hey, Brother John, would you like to pray over this? Oh, absolutely. Prepare yourself.
Yep.
But it's taken me, and I feel like it's something that I'm working on, and it's not something that I want to be thrown to. You know what I'm saying? Because what I feel if I'm thrown to it, like if you say, hey, we're going to try to get you out of that. No, you're not. You're making it worse.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, because I'll stop coming to this thing, for the fear, because of the fear that you're going to call on me.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you're giving it too much attention because sometimes we always want to focus on our weaknesses, but what if we use the energy to focus on our strengths? Like you have strengths. This is one of your great strengths. So sometimes we just got to move forward, be like, that's not my thing. I'm not your guy. So, I'll pray this one time.
Let's say if he calls me out, says, John, do you care to pray? I'm like, you know what? Let's not focus on my weaknesses.
That's right.
Let's not focus on my weaknesses right now, Ed.
Not this Sunday.
Let's work on my strengths. No.
You pray, I'll preach.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, I'm not preaching either or praying.
Then worship.
He's supposed to be. It's a package deal, man. I mean, come on, man. He can do it all.
No.
He's called to it. I'm telling you, because let me tell you, that is his calling. He's wonderful. I mean, he really is. Have you ever sat through one of his services?
No.
I've actually made it through a couple awake, but no, I'm joking. I'm joking. He is awesome. I mean, he really is, and I hope you can actually maybe join us one Sunday as a guest or anything. Not trying to pry you from your flock. All right, if you like that podcast, make sure that you check us out again on our next one. Hopefully, Jordan will actually join us for yet another, what do we say, yet another ride out in the sunset. Okay, maybe that was stupid. But, that's what we're all about here. But this is John.
This is Ed.
And this is Jordan.
We'll catch you again. Later.